Good evening, YouTube. Here we go again for another English immersion. My name is Camila, and I'm gonna be the host from this conversation. I am here with Eduino, and the topic from today is ignorance really bliss? We can find out. And before we start, just a short explanation about the platform, about Talk and Talk, what we are doing here, what is Talk and Talk. So, guys, if you want to practice English or other language in a place that no one will judge you, no one will correct you, and you can learn from the other's way to speak, you can practice the English that you have. You can develop and got new vocabulary, new expression. You can have great conversation. Please, this is the place when you can really enjoy and know more and enhance your English. So and feel free to know more about it. And we always start here first and the most important with our self presentation. It's really good to practice it because sometimes we don't know. Maybe we have an interview or we need to talk with someone, and then you are doing it every day, so you're becoming better and better about your confidence. So let's start with your presentation. Eduino, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. I'm Iduino. I'm from Angola, but I live in Brazil since 2014. I came to Brazil for study, but I stay living here almost 10 years. I work as a software developer to a company in São Paulo. I work from home. I love my job because it's allowed me to develop many products that can help other people. And in my free time, I love to listen music and learning English, for example. Yes, I'm here to improve my English. Yes. Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
How long have you been here, Eduino, in the platform?
1 year.
1 year.
I will complete 1 year in July.
Nice, nice. Almost 1 year. Interesting. Nice.
Yeah.
Do you can see the difference in your English? Like confident, maybe? What do you feel about it?
Yes, I can see. Despite I last years I practiced few moments. I started more focused in practicing. Use this immersion
Mm-hmm.
in March of this year. Yes.
Okay.
I realized that my English improved so much. Yeah.
Nice, nice. This is so good to know because sometimes we think like, oh, we are there just speaking. No one will correct me. I cannot see my improvement. But I had the opportunity to watch it my first immersion here as a speaker and was terrible. So now
Yeah.
we can see the development, right? So this is so good. So about me, my name is Camila. I am 40 years old. I live in São Paulo, in the capital, and I've been here in Talking Talk as a speaker since March 24. I discovered Talking Talk through LinkedIn, and I became a English host in June 24. So this month I am celebrating 1 year as a host here. It's a good achievement for me. This can really help me to be better, to build my confidence about English, and of course about the topic that we discussed here. This is so good when we can really put our creativity into it. So this is so interesting. And that's it about me. Let's start our conversation.
Yeah.
Is ignorance really bliss? Let's find out. Do you want to read the first one and answer, please?
Yes, question number one is, do you agree with the expression ignorance is bliss? Why or why not? Yeah. Sometimes I agree with this expression. Especially in situation when knowing about something is too much to handle or cause in my mind unnecessary stress. For example, if when I met when I did some exam in a school, uh, when I know or nothing about the text,
Mm-hmm.
it's might help me to stay calm.
Okay.
Yes, and in this topic, ignorance can be bliss because you can stay stressful or more bad. Yeah, but when you don't know about the result of the exam, you stay calm.
Oh.
Yes, yeah. But in other hands, there are some cases that ignorance can be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like when it's related for our health, our protection, for example.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in south of Brazil, when it's rainy day, people stay alert about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
For example, last year was many disasters about the rain. Today, for example, people stay alert about the local govern alert the people about the situation. It's very important to not become ignorance about
Mm-hmm.
the alerts or warnings. Yeah.
Nice. Do you receive something in your cell phone or not? Do you know, like a
No,
alert? No.
yeah, no, it's because the rain today this week is very slow,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, maybe in other neighbors, people stay more calm. Yeah,
Okay, but you have like a warns about a government warns in your cell phone or not? This is yes. Do you
not,
receive? Not.
no, not,
Okay.
no, not. Mhm.
Oh, okay. It's hard to explain about is ignorance really bliss because sometimes I think yes, because the most you know, the most you feel stressful, you feel anxious, and you feel sad about disappointed about the human being, about the government, about the world in general. I follow. I used to follow a lot of bad news. I used to do it, and now I try to avoid it a little bit. During the pandemic time,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
decided to avoid to watch it. Like I can't handle it because they are counting the deaths, like today was 100, and then you feel like, oh my gosh, 100, and then the next day 150, and then I became anxious all the time, and then I stop it. But I guess in general, we need to be aware about the word. I don't know, news that are really happening. I don't know if you have heard about the influencer that tried to travel to Israel, and then she couldn't be there. She needs to come back. But she was like, oh, I didn't know about the war. So I think like, oh my gosh, we need to know the minimum, about everything. Of course, you don't need to follow all the information. You don't need to read all the websites, but you need to know the minimum about the word to be aware. But I tried last year to read a lot of politicals book. And then, Eduino, this makes me
Mhm.
so disappointed about everything, about the world, about the Brazilian government, about everything and everyone.
Yeah.
And then this year I decided, no, I can't because I will be nuts. And then, of course, I always love to have this kind of conversation, but sometimes I feel like I don't need this. Not today. Not
Yes.
today.
Yeah, last year in my YouTube channel I was subscribed in
Oh,
many channel news like CNN,
yeah.
everything. But I decided to unsubscribe it
Mm-hmm.
because it was a lot of information, bad news. Yes, it's
Yeah.
I normally uh I become informants from my friends on the LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the information come to me. Yes, but when you receive many information when you are expected, or it's really stressful. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. Yeah. For example, actually, uh, I know that in the there is a war between Israel and Iran. Yes, is very stressful situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I hope that this war ended.
Yes. Yes, I agree. I have some YouTube channel that I've been subscribed, and then every day during the lunchtime, these people are live discussing about the politician, and then when I see the notification, I try to not. I don't want to see it today.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I always love to follow this, but every day this can become something worse in my mind, and we felt like I don't know, exhausted sometimes just to read or just to know, about it. So sometimes I avoid. Which kind of sorry, Edwin, which kind
Yeah.
of content do you use to follow on YouTube, for example?
Um, Football.
Yeah.
Yes, I love follow football, especially my team. All the content about the Barcelona team I follow. I love.
Okay.
Yeah. I follow about the transfer rumors. Yeah, it's really special for me.
Yeah.
And I follow many contents in English about the technology, about
Mm-hmm.
artificial intelligence, about my area, software developer. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
love these contents. The content that I don't follow is about the celebrities, about
Mm-hmm.
the digital influencers. I
Yeah.
don't follow these contents. Yeah, I don't know what's the the music of the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but oh, my interphone is ring. I
Oh,
will
please
back.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Duane. Go ahead. No problem. I can wait. No problem.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry.
No problem, no problem. Do you know
Yeah.
everything fine?
Yes, everything fine. It was delivery food.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I did my order and it
Oh,
was
I hate.
yeah, there a
I
long
hate.
time. Yeah.
Yes. Maybe because the rain, like maybe because of the.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes, it's raining.
oh my gosh. Let's move on. Do you want to eat during the immersion? No problem for me, okay? If you
No,
want
no,
to
no
eat,
problem. It's
no?
okay. No.
Let's move on. Have you ever felt happier not knowing the truth about something? What happened? Do you have something in your mind about it?
Mm, I don't remember. Maybe uh, let's in 2022,
Okay.
when everybody talked about the pollution,
Mm,
about the yes, I I was really ignorance, yeah, about this.
okay.
I didn't know what is I knew what is who is Bolsonaro everybody, but
Okay.
uh I didn't know what's happening in about more topics that people was talking, people was discussing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
uh Nowadays I realized that it was a ignorance bliss. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I felt very happier. Yes.
Good
I
option.
yeah, I can't imagine what I could be stressful if
Mm-hmm.
if in the past I knew about everything people was uh, pe- nowadays I'm in YouTube watching in the past video about this president, about the situation. I thought about, oh, it's really, yeah, this is really blessing, no, ignorance bliss, yeah.
Good option, Eduino. A smart option, I guess. I remember this period, and I had some fights in my family about it, and it was like, oh my gosh. But I think nowadays, for example, I follow some pages, I can say, on Twitter. Now we can call X. I follow some profiles there, not pages, for profiles,
Yeah,
and some YouTube channels about it, but I try to avoid because it's like every time the same. It's like right and wrong side, and then I just keep in mind, let's talk about it next year,
yeah,
next year only, not this year, and then I avoid a little bit. But I can say about the COVID because I avoided to know a little bit during this process. And then this was like a bliss in that period for me because people are like, oh, have you heard about this, that? And then I say, no, I don't. I just stopped to watch a TV. And I remember in that time, I started to read more, and then was really good for me because I could spend my time reading, go doing exercise, indoor exercise inside of my house, and then I could take care of myself. It was the first time that I was take care of myself instead of pay attention in the other's life. And then
yeah.
it was great for me. It's like a blast, not a bliss. It was like a blast. And then I remember that nowadays I think I needed this break, about the news channels that I follow. Sometimes we need this break and take a moment for yourself, maybe, because if not, we can lose control. I work every day and I watch the news, the English news, just to practice English. But all
Yes.
the time we discuss about Trump, and then we go into talk about Trump, and then I feel, oh my gosh, we need to have other kind of. So sometimes it's a bliss and a bless, I guess, right? So
Yeah.
do you want to read the next one? Do you know?
Yes. Question number three. Can too much information lead to anxiety or paralysis in decision making? Why? Why do you think that is? Uh, yes. As we said, when we get too much information,
Mm-hmm.
it can become hard to decide. For
Mm-hmm.
example, uh, when I started in my field area, uh, in IT information,
Okay.
there are many branches to follow. It's like you have a front end when you develop a website, a platform, is a
Mm-hmm.
visual part of the system. And
Okay.
there are a backend is a part of system that care about the code, uh, business, business rules, for example. It's not a visual part.
Okay.
Yes, there are many parts. Security, telecom. There was many information about IT area.
Okay.
I didn't know what area I should to follow.
Mm-hmm.
It was really hard for me to decide what is good for me. What is good for
Mm-hmm.
me? Yes, it's very I start overthinking about this situation. Every option to decide. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's cause stress. Yes, I in the beginning I start follow developing game. I was
Oh, nice.
yeah, I was programming game, but I
Wow.
realized that it's not for me. And I just yeah, when I started working as a mobile developer and front end
Mm,
developer, I realized that yeah, maybe it's for me. Yeah. During this time, I was aggregate some aspects, other areas. Yes, it's
yeah.
very difficult when we have so much information.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we are living in this situation. There are many information about artificial intelligence, for example. When you can start learn about artificial intelligence, you
Hmm.
don't know where to start. Where I need to
Yes.
learn about artificial intelligence is about VO3 to making video, is about ChatGPT, is about what I start. Yes, there are
Yeah.
many information. The things is uh, every day there is new tools to use to learn. Yeah.
Yes. This for me it's a kind of stressful Eduino, because we need to know a little bit about artificial intelligence, because all the companies are speaking about it, like we need to be updated about everything. And then you said, okay, but what is the best? Which path should I go first? And then you people talk about, oh, do you use ChatGPT? And I say, oh yes, I use it. Oh, but you are using a wrong way. You need to have the prompt, and then you can buy prompt. And I feel like, oh my gosh, buy
What
prompt.
is prompting? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, imagine speaking to my mom. You need to write a prompt, and she said, what? What is prompt? And then I guess we are, I don't know if you agree with it, but we are living in a world that we have this information spread. We can see, we can find every information that you want in 1 second in your hand. But in the other hand, we are becoming lazy or dumb because we became slave of it. Like people nowadays think they don't need to study anymore because they have the knowledge in their hands. And then I don't need to study anymore the English because I can speak or I can translate through intelligence artificial and speak with the others. Then why should I study if I have this, you know? And then I think uh, I don't know if you agree, but the most powerful nowadays it's the focus and the ability of thinking because people avoid it nowadays. They don't want. For example, they ask it to Alexa, tell me about the weather, put a note about my supermarket list, and then they are always trying to put someone to work from them, but in fact we avoid to write a handwriting things. We don't do it anymore. We don't read anymore. I don't know if you have heard about the r- book list
Yeah.
in Brazil. It was like oh my gosh, a mess this year. People are choosing to painting bookie paint. I don't know if I can say that. I think you know
Yeah.
what I mean. And then, Edwin, what is happening with people? I know we are anxiety in society. Okay, I agree, but we avoid it to study. Like we give up to study. In my opinion, people don't want to study anymore. What do you think? This is like a mess for me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are living in new reality. Yeah. In my area, for example,
Mm-hmm.
there is more there are more tools
Okay.
that help us to writing code, to programming.
Oh yes.
It's like there are many people in nowadays not stay programming, thinking more, use artificial intelligence to
Mm-hmm.
generate code. There are many discussion in our area if it is a good way to our profession, for example.
Mm-hmm.
There are many people are talking about the artificial intelligence will replace our profession.
Okay.
Yes, I agree in part of this observation is like the people that stay in home working don't think more, only use artificial intelligence to write code. This
Mm-hmm.
type of profession will be replaced in future maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. We can use artificial intelligence to improve our job, our work, but
Mm-hmm.
we can still learn. We can still uh, thinking. Yes, it's very important.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, people at the job, we don't have too much options about the artificial intelligence when in the place that I work. But I think most of the time, for example, if I am asking something about Excel sheet for the artificial intelligence, and maybe they can give me a code to use in Python, but I said, no, I do. I just want to know about its some if. It's so
Yeah.
simple. I just want to know the last. I don't need to be a professional about it. And I think it's really hard in a discussion that we can have forever about the replacing some employees or not or profession. So it's a kind of hard. We need to be updated, of course, but
Yeah.
it's hard to know which I need to follow, which someone I need to follow. So it's really hard to know about it, right? So we have a good question here, Eduino. I don't know if you have this answer. Number 5, in healthcare, should patients always be told the full truth, even if it could cause emotional distress? Why or why not? What do you think?
It's a good question. Yeah. I think patients should know the full truth.
Yeah.
Yes. But but doctors should explain
Mm-hmm.
more kind, more gently.
Mm-hmm.
In other hands, that's depend of the situation of the patients. Normally, the patient has other companion, other family. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if the patient is more depressed, situation. Maybe it's more the doctor can speak the full truth, obviously, but with other member of family. Yes, more
Mm-hmm.
carefully, more kind, more gently. Yes. Maybe there is no right way to give a bad news for other
Yeah.
people. But the doctor know is his perfection. Yes, he's
Mm-hmm.
know the best way to give bad news or. But I prefer to know full truth.
Good
Yeah,
point.
even
Good point.
even even the truth is painful in the beginning, but knowing is the better. Yeah, hiding
I.
information uh, might seem kind in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, but it can stop people making important choice. For example, when
Yeah.
you
About
hide,
life, you know.
yeah, about life, about their health. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we the doctor need to respect, yes, and have compassion, yes, but give full truth is the best way.
Wow, good point.
Yeah.
Good point. I agree with you because maybe if I said something for you good today, and then tomorrow everything can change. And then I will change my mind and said, "Oh, Eduino, sorry, but something bad happened." And you say, "But why? Yesterday was everything fine, and then suddenly this just changed." And
Yeah.
then, yeah, you know what I mean? So I agree with you. If I had a problem, I would choose from the full truth for sure. Even about my family or my mom, I used to choose the full truth because it's better to make decision. It's better to think clearly, maybe because you can take a moment that you felt really stressful or emotionally, but later you can say, okay, let give me 1 minute to think and have the ideas or choices that I'm supposed to make it. So I think it's really important to have this kind of idea or information. And I think the doctors they follow a ethical rule, maybe, and they supposed to see to tell the truth, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can say it in a different way, like, it's not so bad. And then you say, oh my gosh, this is really bad. But they can try to avoid to say it like in our face. And then I think I agree with you. Could be um, really, I don't know, helpful. Of course, not so good, but I prefer true at the beginning. I prefer instead of
Yeah.
suffer. You know, like in the other hand, in the other they suddenly start to suffering. So I agree.
Yeah.
I have a interesting question here. Doing at least I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
Number 7. Is ignorance ever beneficial in childhood? Should we protect the children from harsh realities for as long as possible? What do you think?
Yeah, in this situation, yes, I believe some ignorance is as healthy for children. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, childhood should be a time to enjoy, to time to joy, to learning. Yes. If they are exposed to many information, many trash around the world, it can affect the emotional development of the children. Yeah, I
yeah,
believe. Yeah. Of course. They need to take a time to learn. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To painting book, use painting book. Yeah. Yeah, painting book is a good activity, I mean. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to learn about the life. Yeah, step by step, little by little, in exact age, in exact time. They are learning about other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, for example, a little lie can be accepted in some situation, like Christmas Eve. And then you
Yeah.
can say, someone brought your gift here, and then this was given to you, and then you need to accept. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe lie or hide information or not
Mm,
exactly expose them for in some situation or information, for example. uh I'm not a father, but if I a father, for example, I'm the in my house watching television, bad news,
mm-hmm.
maybe uh, I will have a time to put the other channel with other
Oh.
information, educational information, even though puts the channel with more bad news, wars, or anything else. Yeah, we need to protect the child, the
I got.
children.
No, I got your point. I think this is kind of special moment that could pass really fast, and then you need to take care a little bit more about this moment, right? And avoid
Yes.
this. I agree.
Especially in the internet
Oh.
or social media. For example, there are many children with 14 years old or 13 years
Mm-hmm.
old, 12 years old. These people have social media, for example.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, maybe if their friends has their need to have, if these people even his children has a social media, it's very important to make a restriction. Their father
Mm-hmm.
can take a control of the social media or YouTube. There is a YouTube Kids, for example. Yeah, is it good?
Yes.
Yeah, we need to pay attention. Yeah.
Which age do you think is like acceptable for a kid to have a cell phone, for example? Not social media, but a cell phone first. What do you think?
Cell phone. If a children need to go to school
Mm-hmm.
or go out with friends,
Mm-hmm.
is a good age maybe to have a cell phone, maybe to call the home, or father call to her
Mm-hmm.
to know what is the children. But this is a complicated situation
Yes.
because yeah, I'm thinking about the school, for example. In a school, uh, maybe the important things to do is to educate the the children. What is the best way, the best
Mm-hmm.
moment to use the cell phone, for example? Yes.
Yeah. But I don't know about you, Edwin, but maybe if I had a cell phone as a child, we have a feeling about the prohibited things, we want to know about. And then I was a really curious kid.
Yeah.
And I am sure that I will try to find out what is prohibited for kids. You know what I mean? And then I don't know how to control it. I don't have kids, but I guess it's so hard to put the limit and
Yeah.
to allow them like this you can do it and this not. How many times a kid can use the cell phone? during the day. It's hard to control because sometimes it's hard to control myself using cell phone,
Yeah,
how can I say it for a kid, for example? And we have a question here about the can ignorance have ever, and the number 10, or can ever
yeah.
justify harmful behavior? For example, I didn't know, in that a valid excuse. For example, if I said something for you really bad and then I said, oh, but I didn't know this was offensive. You know what I mean? What do you think? This is like, can be justified or not?
Yes, of course, absolutely. In some situation, not knowing can be an excuse. It's like
Mm,
when someone really didn't have the chance to learn, but
okay.
use excuse ignorance as excuse. But in many cases, people have access to information,
Mm-hmm.
and people choose to become to ignore it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it's a harmful behavior. Yeah. We need to maintain our curious, seeking to get more knowledge, to get more information that can help us to grow, to improve our skills. Yes, it's very
Mm-hmm.
important. But have or ignorance in situation when the information can cause stressful, don't help us to grow, as we see in the video. Yes, it's a harmful behavior. Yeah, I try to avoid this behavior. Yeah, I have some this behavior in some situation, maybe,
Yeah.
especially when the topic related to our society, for example,
Mm-hmm.
uh, social media. Yeah, I have this. Sometimes I say that, yeah, I don't know. I need to know. But sometimes I need to know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, it's very important. Even I don't like, but it's very important to know. Yeah. In our life
Yeah.
in societies, it's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But there's some situation that I don't think this is like true, this is like an excuse. Like, oh, I didn't know this was prohibited. For example, if you park in your car, and then you can say, "Oh, I didn't know about this. I need to pay. I need to pay it? Oh, I didn't know." You know what I mean? Like a person
Yeah.
who try to fake a situation, like, "Oh, I didn't read. I didn't know. I didn't see." And then I feel like, this is a big sign. Parking is prohibited here, and then you can say like, "Oh, I didn't know." For me, it's like excuse, and people use it a lot. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
didn't know. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
classic excuse.
yes, or maybe for police or a cop stop you and ask you something, or Edwin, you cannot park in here. You need to take your car off. And no, just 5 minutes, really quickly. This is not about the information, no. This is about a way to try to avoid this. I don't know, maybe
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
if it is the word in English, but it's like negligence.
Oh
Negligence, yes. When the
yes.
people have information but ignore it, decide to ignore it. Yeah.
They prefer to not use it.
Yeah, it's like negligence. Yeah. It
Yeah.
can result in bad situation, in bad consequence when we are negligent, especially
Yes.
in subjects related with our security, our
Mhm.
health, for example. Yeah.
Yes. Or maybe kids used to do it a lot. Like if a father or a mother can call attention to them and they can say, but I didn't know, mom. It was not my fault. And then, like
Yeah.
they know what they are doing. But they are trying to, I don't know, find a way to run away from the situation, because the attention. Then kids do it a lot, and maybe adults they try to do it a lot, like all time interview, for example, I am late, sorry. And then you can say, okay, you didn't know. Oh, my connection, I had a problem. And it's like, okay, I know, but it's really hard to have this kind of,
Yes, yes.
for me, it's like excuse. I don't know if you have this in your mind, but I guess it's an excuse, do you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know if we have a time for another one. I don't think so because you need to eat and then we can discuss it later about this topic. I put the survey link here if you want to give me your opinion or if you want to give ideas from topics to discuss in the future. Okay, Duino, feel free. We
Yes, okay.
we can have ideas to discuss. And it was a pleasure for me, Duino. I love it.
Yes, me too.
I was really excited about this topic because I think it's a deep conversation and I love it. It was awesome. Thank you, Eduino, for coming.
Yes, thank you too.
Bye
Good
bye.
topic. Yeah.
Enjoy your holiday.
Yeah.
See you
Do you,
soon. Bye bye. Oh,
see you
sorry.
soon. No,
Please go ahead.
I would ask you, you will work tomorrow?
No,
Ah,
no,
okay.
no. I will be here practicing English. So
Ah,
we can.
do you have
Not
immersion?
mine. Not
Ah,
mine.
tá.
I will participate as a speaker, not mine. Just
Okay.
my next immersion is on Sunday, the next one,
Sunday. Ah, okay.
11 a.m. Okay?
Ah, okay. There are few immersion this time in Sunday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yes. During the morning, I think we have more than one. Yes.
yeah.
If you want to come, let me check the subject here, Edwin. I think it's a good one. Let me see. Not always, right? A good
Yeah.
one, but maybe. Oh, I don't know. It isn't working. Let me check. Oh, let me see. Sunday. Oh, it's a International Yoga Day. Yoga. I don't know if you practice.
Oh,
Yes, will
is
be the
it?
topic. Do you?
Interesting topic. Yeah.
Yes, if
I
you want.
never had a yoga class in my life.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, yeah, it's a good topic to
to
learn more.
discuss.
Yeah.
Yes. If you want to be there, it will be a pleasure for me.
Yeah, I never had, but I know the benefits to have. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So if you want to come and discuss about it on Sunday, feel free, okay, Edwina?
Yeah.
Thank you, Edwina.
Thank
Have a
you.
good holiday.